Welcome back, everyone, to Mindful Leadership Beyond Borders. Raj Vashisht and Betska here, co-hosting our lovely guest, Fio Migliore from Paraguay, and a former beauty queen, Miss Italia, Miss World Paraguay. She runs a restaurant. She is an actress, and the list goes on. She wants to be a professional farmer. But what we want to talk about right now is her role in the latest movie coming out called Christspiracy. And she was launching it with Kip Anderson and Cameron Waters. Some of you may know the very famous movie Cowspiracy, right? I think that's what made Kip very famous, right?
Cowspiracy and What the Hell. And Seaspiracy as well.
And Seaspiracy, right. Seaspiracy was the latest one, yeah. So anyway, Christspiracy sounds like a fascinating role. And I believe, well, you told us that you actually went to Italy to interview some of the people. You tried to get interviews in the Vatican, and so you interviewed some nuns and some priests and so on. And you speak Italian, so you were able to, to do some great work there. So tell us about Christspiracy and what motivated you to work on this film. And let's encourage as many people as possible to watch it. Yeah.
Nice. I love that question, because what led me to meet Kip Anderson is that I was moving to Mexico, and in Paraguay, I'm a public figure, and I had the opportunity to speak about animals, and I said something about the cows are mothers and things like that. And it was a mess here. It's like, she's crazy, she's drugged, she's this and that, because she's saying this about animals, that they have a soul and they have this. So it was like a million view things. Also, like the vice minister of health in Paraguay was like, she's in drugs, we need to do like anti-doping with her. And it's like, what? I was like, crazy. Wow. People in this country is so primitive, so I had to contact Kip. I'm one of the persons who goes straight forward and like, Kip Anderson, Facebook, Kip, I need your help. In my country, this is happening. Help me out with this. And he's like, oh yeah, I can do this, that. And then I moved to Mexico for some months, and I was there, and I wanted to be part of a team that has my own like values and north. And I said to Kip, if you need somebody, this is my profile. I want to work with you guys. And he said, come in, we have a documentary where you can work, where you can help out, actually, because I wasn't working, I was helping out. So then I was helping with another documentary that is super interesting that we can speak in another interview. But they were doing Christspiracy. They didn't know the name yet in the moment. But, well, anyways, they were working on that. And I was with them, with Cam and Kip. There I met Cameron, because Cameron was a new person in the team, because Kip did with another person, with Keegan, the other one. So Cameron came in also, and we were living in the same house. Kip invited me to live in the same house, in his house, and Cameron was living around. And we were every day working out with everything, And so meanwhile, he was like, yeah, we need to interview people in Italy and blah, 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 Christian, Catholic, Vatican. And I say, I speak Italian, I can do that. And he's like, okay, you got this, you have this. And it's okay, we need to go to the Pope. My first idea, like, we need to go to the Pope, or he was like saying that, and like, we need to speak with the Pope. We're like very ambitious, like, we need to speak with him and ask him the main question of Christspiracy, which is, how would Jesus kill an animal? And it's like, whoa, right? We never said that in the letters that we sent, but we said, okay, we're from AUM Films. We talk about animals and compassion and everything. We had to send an actual written letter. My friend in Sicily sent the letter asking for an interview with the Pope or the Benedict, who wasn't the Pope anymore, that he's there. But they replied back in an email many months after saying, this won't be possible and everything. So we were like, okay, plan B, so we see, okay, there is an actual university. I was like researching. So there is a university from the Vatican. Maybe we can get the teachers that are priests and everything like that. So we started emailing everything, saying that we are AUM Films, a nonprofit organization, speaking about ecosystems and the climate change and everything, which is true, but we couldn't say that veganism or stuff like that because they wouldn't give the interviews. So we had to tell the partial truth, you know. So they gave these interviews like with one priest, which was the principle of philosophy and spirituality. Oh, two. One philosophy, the other one spirituality. So with both, we had these questions. And you have to see the interviews. It's crazy. And then we interviewed a nun, a beautiful nun, where we had to ask some uncomfortable questions sometimes, you know, but you could see the eyes of the person when you know, when they are speaking out of the soul. And I don't know, it was beautiful. So we went to Rome and had these interviews, everything. And I went with them. And I also had a friend, a Buddhist friend, that I met in Mexico. He's from the States, but he went to LA to have the interview also with a beautiful person and also Buddhism. So this documentary speaks about the ethical reasons to respect animals, let's say, you know, many things, but it's a very controversial and revela, it's like a revelation. Yeah. Not a revolution, but a revelation.
Revelation,
of the history of who was Jesus, you know, which is a very important person in our era, right? I mean, in most of the countries and most of the world, right? Not all the countries, but most of the countries or many people know Jesus, you know, so it's very important because many institutions came out of the same theories of who was him, but they went like deeper to see how his soul or heart was, how compassionate he was, and why we won't say nothing about it, and why institutions don't say a thing about it, you know. So it's like a very, very titanic information that is going underwater, you know, after watching this. And it's going to be released in March, and people can help out because you know what? It was a Netflix original, the documentary, but then Netflix saw that there was so much information that they didn't want it to show. So they were like, no, we want to change this and that, and we have to change this and that. So Kip and Cam said, wait, we're going to tell it the whole story, you know, so we have to pay money back to have the movie back. So they are doing a Kickstarter to raise money. So everybody can help out if they want to help the truth come up, you know.
Yeah. Wow. What an amazing story.
I know.
So it's basically going to change the way people see Christianity.
I believe so. And not only Christianity, but also many religions, because Buddhism have nothing to do with Jesus, right? But they go deep. They deepen also these different paths of religions, and
they will.
What is actually spirituality? You know, it's like okay, you are a Buddhist and you believe that every animal can be your mother, but you're eating them, right? So it's like, oh wow, Dalai Lama also, wow, why? You know, and it's very interesting to bring this perspective, you know.
You know what? That took a lot of courage for Kip and Cameron to say to Netflix, no.
Totally.
Netflix. You're turning Netflix down. Oh my God. That's huge.
I know. They also wanted to bring to more people because the Netflix is for Netflix users, and they wanted, this needs to be for everybody, you know. So they went out of it, you know.
Yeah. So in summary then, what messages are people going to get out of Christspiracy? What messages do you guys want people to get from it?
From my perspective, that Kip can have his own income. They have more information about it, and they did it. But what I can see is that we need no master to tell us what to do. We need to trust our inner master and our feelings and our intuition, you know, because nobody wants to see another being suffering, and nobody even wants to eat the suffering. So it's to connect with our masters inside, you know. I believe that that's the message I received with that, you know. because he's not against the church, against Christianity. He's not against nothing. He's in favor, he's with love and compassion. So this is like to wake up the master inside us and not having to read, no, but the Bible says, but the scripture says, but this book says, is no, what do you feel? What do you feel about this?
Right.
I think that's the most powerful thing that you can do, make questions to people, right? Like to make questions for them to ask themselves. What I think is beautiful.
Yeah, absolutely. Wow. Well, I'm excited to
I am too.
See it. I wish it was coming out now. I don't want to wait till March.
March is so much, I know. But you can go to see the trailer, go to Instagram or directly to the website, Christspiracy, and you're going to see the trailer, and you're going to see a lot there already, and a lot of information too. So everybody please help out with like donating a little bit at least, to help out.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we'll definitely pass the message along to, our many groups that we belong to. So that would just be great. Well, Fio, Raj, any final thoughts as we wrap up our part 3 here? Raj, any final questions for Fio or thoughts?
I like a very important point from Fio. What I can do.
What I can do. Yeah.
First, I will do. I don't say you do. You do. What I do. That is important. This is the main key mantra. Self-leadership. Lead by example.
Nice.
Yeah.
In this world. Because when you go, you always listen people, you do this, that, blah, blah, blah. They will not say, I will do.
Right.
So
they won't listen. Yeah, they won't listen. Yeah.
So giving lecture
like a
is easy.
door that is closed.
Yeah, that's right. Exactly. The door will close. Yeah, absolutely.
But I love this. I am also same person. First, I will do. I don't say you do.
Right. Right. And that we can be part of the regeneration of everything, not only the soil, the forest, but also of a new humanity, right? A new way to communicate and to vincularse. How do you say? To connect with others, a new way to connect. But that only can start with the new connection with yourself.
Yeah.
I have learned a lot with an intervention that I had with a V-section to take out the seed that was growing in a wrong way inside me, to tell me that I have to go slow. I have to slow down in my life. And I can't be everything. I can't do everything. We are like so disconnected sometimes to what we need because we want to do more and this and that and that. And it's like, slow down, focus on the priorities, And as human, I think sometimes we need to ask ourselves, what's my priority? If I have 1 hour of life, what would be my priority? If I have, 1 week or 1 month of life, what would be my priority? And sometimes we need to re-ask ourselves. And there are many tools, as you guys teach here, that are meditating, connecting with nature, to bring back the attention of with what's most important in my life. Because we can go all day here and like forget about the things that are priority for us, right? Like so much information, so in the world that is accelerating everything. So we forget about the priorities. And when we have a situation that we can die right now, that was my situation a month ago, it's like, Jesus Christ, okay, why is my priority in life? So it's a good question to ask for ourselves.
Yes. Big question for self-leadership. Yeah. Thank you, Fio. Really enjoyed having you here today. And come back. We'll have you next year again. Okay.
Yay.
Love you. Yay. Thank you. Love you. Bye-bye.
Yeah.